Yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to the
Sadly Relatable podcast.
We back, baby!
Yay, yay!
Oh, girl!
Hi, guys.
How you lot doing? Episode 55. We in it. We back.
How do you remember this?
Because
my
I always
memory just
edit
bad?
and I always upload.
Oh, yeah. But I do as well.
No, you
As
don't.
in, like, I write the title, so I remember.
Yeah, true. But it's more ingrained into my head because I'm editing and I name the files and stuff like that, so I should know
true.
where we are.
Hi, guys. So we're doing something a bit different today because we filmed not long ago, our last episode.
Yep.
Usually we give like a week space, but it was literally 2 days ago.
Yeah,
No.
we film every Thursday, but today we're filming on Monday, so it wasn't 2 days ago.
No,
like,
I mean, we posted.
we posted yesterday.
Yeah.
So we're filming the day after we post, which is a bit...
It's weird for us because we like to like look at the comments, get feedback, like leave time for people.
We're going to do the shout out of the week, but it's going to be like hardly any comments because there's comments, but I mean like there's not the full potential. So like people that comment later.
I think it makes it easier for us though.
Also, it's kind of late as well, so we're going to do the call section, but it's like 10 o'clock.
Did we do the call segment last time?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did.
What would you do right now, and I'll answer it as well, if you're financially set for the rest of your life, you didn't have to work, the money was just there. Like, what is your true passion that you think because eventually you'd get bored of just doing nothing every day, so you'd want a passion project or something to work on.
I do like.
What would yours be?
I think like building up my home to make it look nice. No, as in like interior design.
You can only do that for so long.
Yeah, that's true. Having children.
10 years later, okay, right, so that corner there that I've redone 10 times, I think this time I'm going to add this.
No, yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that. Have children.
Okay, but once your children have grown and you can't have any more children.
Charities, help others, do orphanages, open, maybe think in your head,
smart.
I want to do this around the world.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to. That's a good one. And I think that's like the ideal situation. But let's say you've done that, you've been doing that for years now, and you've done charities and that, but you like.
I'll just wait.
Do you have anything? Like,
I'll just wait to die, Ayub.
Oh, okay.
Aren't we all just waiting to die, really?
Yeah, true. I know what I would do.
What would you do?
My passion would be, and I kind of want to do it anyway, I'm going to do it eventually, is just creating like short films. So it would be so cool to financially be set and just dive into creating like my creative side.
For fun.
But not the pressure of trying to make content for a client. It's more just my own project that I'm working on and getting it perfect.
Yeah.
Like that would be sick.
Yeah.
Do you know
I'm not
what I mean?
gonna lie, that makes sense. You've got a hobby. I'll be honest with you, something about me, I don't really have hobbies. I don't really like things.
Yeah, you don't watch Netflix.
I don't watch TV. I don't really like things in general. And I think it's maybe because I get bored easily and I can't concentrate. I lose concentration. I remember in school, like I actually used to lose concentration. From what I remember from school, I wouldn't be able to, like science, don't even ask me what grade I got in science because it wasn't even a grade. I could not concentrate for the life of me.
Maybe you do have ADHD.
I think I do. I genuinely, and I keep saying I think I've got it. I need to go to the GP, but on my to-do list is to go to the GP, and that's been about for a year now, and I still haven't done it.
I know what your hobby would be.
What?
You just every day you'd make a new mood board because you get so into it on your iPad. You make a mood board that you're never actually gonna like fulfill.
Yeah,
you're like, yeah, I want this, and that.
I think actually I would. I don't know. You know what brings me joy?
What?
So it's sort of my love language is gift giving. But when I say gift giving, I don't just mean to my friends or my family. In a sense, I'm kind of saying charity, but I don't want to expose that I love doing charities. That's not what I mean. I mean, seeing the look on someone's face.
I love how you said I don't want to expose like it's a bad thing.
No.
Basically, for our non-Muslim viewers, when we say we don't want to expose the charity that we do, basically it's seen... When you do charity in our religion, the best thing to do is keep it private, because a lot of the time your intention and the reasons you're doing it can be infiltrated with the feeling of trying to impress people or look good to others. So the best thing they say is keep it private between you and God, and that way it's the purest form of charity and you'll get good deeds for it. That's why she said the word exposed.
Yeah, and yeah, they say that you should, if you do charity, you should hide it from your left hand. That's how much you should... Like basically,
so it's just at its purest. It's purely for
you're doing it for the person and for God.
And for God, yeah.
Yeah. So, but you still do get good deeds for doing charity.
Yeah, you do. But sometimes it can be infiltrated with. You do charity, and next thing you know, there's a part of you inside, even if it's like subconscious, you kind of want to let someone know, just so they look at you and they're like, oh, what a good guy, and then you get a little bit happy, and you're like, oh, they think I'm a good guy, and that can decrease, like, I'm sure how good of a deed you would have got for it.
I think maybe you get more good deeds if you do it privately.
Yeah.
My thing is this, I don't know if it's that feeling that you just mentioned that I like. I like making I was about to say making people happy.
Yeah, but do you know what's funny?
I like giving. If I give something to someone and I see that they smile or they're like, wallah, that is what. Nothing in this world gives me happiness. Not a lot. I don't mean like that.
Nothing in this world gives me happiness.
I'm literally married. What I mean is, nothing in this world makes me as happy as that. That's just an expression, by the way. My husband, my family, you know, make me happy. But I mean,
on that point, Nisrin, don't you?
I'm trying to explain what I mean. Wait, Ayub. What I mean is, let me get the right words, guys.
There's nothing.
I've had a struggle.
There's nothing else. There's nothing else
day.
in life that fulfills you in that way, in a sense of happiness,
Than
excluding
seeing
family.
someone happy when you give them something.
But do you know what's funny, Nisrin? I'm gonna debunk that whole feeling.
Wait, sorry, before you move on, before I forget, please.
No, I'm not moving on. The same topic.
No, stay there.
Okay.
That's why I love. Have you ever watched those movies where they're paying people's rent?
Yes.
Not those movies. Those YouTube videos. Paying people's rent.
And they do that.
I sit and watch them for
There's
hours.
that TikToker. I go through his page and it fills me with joy where they make a comment. Tell someone to high five you and they give them £500.
Yeah.
And he like high fives them and he's like, hey, here's $500. And they're like, for me? And then they start crying because they've got like a sad story.
I could spend hours doing that. Anyway, carry on what you're saying.
But I'm gonna debunk that whole feeling that you've got and tell you why it's crazy that everything we do in this world is selfish. Even that's selfish.
Why?
Everything that we do in this world is selfish and it's for yourself because you do that not to see them happy. It's the feeling that you get from seeing them happy. So it's for yourself. Do you know what I mean? But even though it's a good thing, everything you do in your life, whether it's charity, whatever it is because of how it makes you feel, or to get good deeds, to go to heaven, to do these things.
God.
We're all living in a world where everyone is doing whatever they can for themselves. There's no one that I think is 100% purely doing something for the benefit of someone else. And
no,
because even if it hurts them, they're still going to get a tiny bit of happiness if they help someone. Like, I
was going to say, no, that's not true. But then when I do a good deed, it's literally for me, for God, but in turn to help me in the afterlife.
Yeah. So I don't think there's an act in this world. There's no act in this world that is purely 100% selfless.
Even charity, sometimes here's the point, right? Let's say you've got a certain amount of money and someone asks you to donate to the charity, or you see one and you're like, I want to donate, and you think, maybe this is a bit too much, let me do this much. Like, even charity...
You sat there and said, maybe that's a bit too much, and changed the number. You weirdo. She said,
I don't mean that.
I was going to give £1.50, but that 50p, could definitely use that for parking.
I don't mean that. I forgot what I was going to say now. Damn, I forgot.
Sorry, I distracted you.
It's okay. But I had a good one as well. Guys, I don't know how we've done a whole year on a podcast with my memory issues.
Yeah, that's a bit mad.
Do you remember the start of the and I was like, yeah, I don't remember.
What were you saying? I really want to know what you were saying.
Oh, damn it. What were we even talking about first? Because that left my brain as well. Where we were
you
speaking
about charity and you take back the 50p. No, sorry, it wasn't 50p.
No.
But you go to give too much, you're like, whoa, wait.
What about before that? Tell me what we were speaking about.
I can't remember.
I forgot. Sorry, guys.
Let's break this down. You said when you go to give charity and you think, oh, wait, maybe that's a bit too much.
I know what I was speaking about before that.
But wasn't that the point that you were making?
Yeah, but then I was going to add a second point that relates back to the thing we were speaking just before that.
I have no idea.
I forgot. How it makes you feel.
Yeah. So, like, everything in turn, we're talking about how everything is selfish. Like, no matter what you do, there's no pure act that is...
I forgot, honestly. Just forget it.
Anyway, yeah, so it's crazy. The world and everyone that's in it is thinking about themselves.
Everything you do is for yourself.
Everything. That's what makes it weird. Like, even when you're married, your husband's not doing anything for you.
What do you mean?
Like, all of his acts will come from a feeling of him feeling good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there must be something because when I think of people that do something that harms them,
sometimes you do generally do something for someone else's happiness.
No, but then again, seeing their happiness makes you happy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no way out of it.
My mind's blown. When did you think of this?
I've had this for a time ago, but then it just clicked in my head again.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone break it down like that because when you actually deep it. Even if, let's say, I know my husband wants a drink of water and I bring him a drink of water because it makes him happy to have a drink of water.
Even if it's something that's so, like, gonna disrupt your life, like, oh, no. Like, even if you were to save someone from a gunshot or something or, like, put your life on the line, like, if you survive it or whatever, but you're gonna die, and it was like this big thing, it's changed your whole life. You've got your arm chopped off. The craziest scenario.
Nah, actually, that's the only time I think you're not doing it for yourself.
No.
No. That's the only time I think you're not doing it for yourself is when you put your life at risk.
Unless you
yeah,
die.
but why are you willing to? No one's willing to risk their life. That's the only time.
No, because what about if it's good deeds as well?
No one sits there and thinks I'm about to almost die for a good deed.
No. Yes.
No. Okay, let me start that again.
Really.
I don't know. Obviously, there might be some exceptions, but what I mean is the only time I think you're not being selfish or doing something for yourself is if you're about to save someone's life, but you could possibly die if you save their life. That's the only time.
That's still fulfillment. Even if you die in the act.
No, it's not fulfillment. It's to save them. You don't want them to suffer.
But still.
Abe, you could die. You think you care about that little nice feeling you get if you're about to die.
Do you know why? Because look at this. This is what it is. In the moment, maybe it's selfless. But if they don't die, they're going to have this amazing feeling afterwards. Like, I just survived and I'm alive. Like, I saved someone's life. Wouldn't you be gassed? I'll probably do it again. I'd walk out the hospital, but who else can I save? Because it's a fulfilling feeling. And if you do die, on the day of judgment, they're like, you saved someone's life. Do you know how amazing that? You're going to be like, yes.
Yeah, but I don't think you'd think about that right before.
Yeah, but maybe in that moment, that split moment, it's not. I don't know, man.
Yeah, what the hell? My mind's blown. I want to go to sleep tonight, like with Waleed. So you do nothing for me. Someone actually said to me, like, did I say this? I think I said it to you. Like, the other day, Waleed came out and I think he went to a restaurant with his friends. And he came home and I was still in my pajamas, hair, messy bun, looking so butters. And I looked at him and I was like, and he was like, what's the matter? I was like, so you just went out and you must have seen loads of... By the way, I'm not insecure at all. Like, you know when...
Yeah.
No. Alhamdulillah. You know when my man goes out, I don't in my head think, oh my God, he's around... It doesn't even cross my mind. The only reason I thought about it is because the person I was with mentioned it to me. They were like, yeah, your husbands think of other girls all the time. So that's the only reason I mentioned it to him. Otherwise, it never crossed my mind. I'm so grateful to God that I'm not that sort of person because I feel like it would eat me up.
I think you would be if you didn't have mental issues that you're suffering with because your mind's probably somewhere else. You're too busy like off in the distance to think, is he looking at someone else?
The reason I'm not is because he makes me secure with him.
Yeah, that's good.
And I said to myself, I would never in my life marry a man that ever made me feel like make other girls competition with me.
I'm sorry, if your man makes you feel less of a woman or whatever, or compares you to other women, get rid of it.
Or you feel jealous.
Because there's men that actually do that. Well, she would never do that. Or they talk about their exes. Oh, well, she was never like this. And I know girls have told me that they've been with people that speak like that. I think that's crazy. I would never put up with that. Imagine, if I was with a woman, even if I was married and she was like, my ex never did this, I'd be like, all right, go back to him then. That pisses me off.
I'm angry now.
No, no, I'm joking. Sorry.
I don't even just. Yeah, that was a bit too deep.
It happened to me once.
Ayub, I don't even just mean with words. You know when I say that, he doesn't make me. He makes me feel secure.
Yeah, it's actions.
He doesn't make me. It's not. I'm not even talking about words.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
In my head, I know he wouldn't. Inshallah, only Allah knows. But I know.
Yeah, it's that built trust in him that you have. Mashallah.
Another thing that I was saying is that he went out and someone said to me, right, like literally 2 hours before, he was like, yeah, your husbands think of other girls. And then I just looked at myself in the mirror. He came out and I was like, you must have been around all these girls, like all dressed up nice, maybe heels, you know, looking nice. And then did I just hear something ding?
I think that's me, sorry. Keep talking.
And then he comes home to a wife in her pajamas with her bun looking butters. And I'm thinking, and I said to him, do you think of other girls? And he was like, no. I was like, yeah, but do you just think like, oh, my wife's at home looking like a tramp and look at all these beautiful women? And he basically was like, no.
No, because he knows what you look like when you go out as well.
I know, but...
And you're beautiful. You're not beautiful as well when you're just chilling.
I mean...
I want to make this point.
I have been told before.
I want to make this point. But like seeing how men are makes me believe that it's not true. But for myself anyway, and I've heard other people say it, and I still think there is a part of it that's true. When a man is truly in love, like personally myself, you can't really, the way you look at other women is, it's almost like you're blind to it.
100%.
But I say this, but then there's men that cheat every 2 seconds. But personally for myself, if there's someone that I'm in love with or I like and that everyone else is just like a normal human. Do you know what I mean? I don't sit and think.
That's the way he described it to me as well.
Like you're kind of blind to it because you only have eyes for one person.
And I kind of knew this before I got married. You know, I don't know if we've probably discussed it on the podcast. I'm pretty sure we have. And I said I wouldn't marry someone unless I knew and I felt that that's the way they felt about me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because you can kind of, I guess you can have an inkling of when like your man possibly like looks at other girls and finds them attractive, or you know when girls do not impress your man at all.
I've got a question.
It's like he just ignored everything I just said.
No, it's relating to what you just said.
I just realised I'm giving grandma vibes today, guys. But
it's cute. I like it.
Is it nice?
Yeah. Would you rather be with a man that has had a lot of
Rich.
that have had a lot of attention in his life,
Rich,
or a man that hasn't had a lot of attention?
Rich, both. I don't care. Give me anything, I'll make it work.
Shut up, man. Can hardly wake up in the morning and get your toast ready and buttered, let alone make that work. No, come on.
I don't
because
care.
think about
I want the one that's had attention.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to say. Like, if you go with a man
Astaghfirullah, but that's haram for me to say that.
That is haram, but I'm saying the concept of a man that is used to it. Like, he's not gonna, a pretty girl's not gonna give him attention, then all of a sudden he's like, let me, like, oh my God, I'm excited, and then he's forgetting about you and he wants to, do you know what I mean? But when you've spoken to a man that's had attention, or he's numb to the fact that like girls find him good looking or try to speak to him, you're probably gonna be in a situation where you're a bit more comfortable because you know himself, like, he could have had any of them anyway.
100%.
But he's chosen you, and everyone else is just whatever.
That's why you feel more secure. And another thing is, this always happens, give an ugly guy a chance and he starts acting like he's buff. Like, I don't care what anyone says. You give an ugly man a chance. When I say ugly, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. No one's ugly.
Blah, blah,
you don't know
blah.
what I mean. You give an average guy a chance, give it a few months, he gets complacent and he starts treating you like you're average. It's just the way it is. So I'd rather go for the good looking one, the one that gets all the attention, and just make him fall in love with me and see no one else and only me.
So why didn't you do that? No, I'm joking. Sorry, really.
Let's say your partner, right? You're in love. You're married. Let's say you're married and it's been a year of marriage and you're so in love with them. They've not done anything wrong to you ever. They're the most perfect wife or husband. And all of a sudden, something bad happens out of their control, but they get 15 years in prison. But they were the perfect person for you and you loved them, they treated you well. But let's say something out of their control happened, God forbid, but then
Imagine that movie that we watched.
What one?
Where the guy accidentally, he drinks and drives, but he's with his friends and his wife, and he crashes.
Did I watch that with you?
Yeah, and his friend dies, and then he goes to prison for murder, basically.
Yeah. So imagine that happened. Yeah, that was such a sad movie. What is it called again?
I can't remember.
Imagine that happens. 15 years and they're gone.
So my wife's gone for 15 years?
Yeah.
And what's the question? Would I stay?
Yeah, you wouldn't, innit? You can't.
I would try, but 15 years?
Nah, you can't.
15
Okay, let's
years
forget
is
15
so
years because no
long.
one would do 15 years. I'm not going to lie. Okay, let's say...
No, 15 years is good. 10 to 15 years.
No, because I'm sorry, I wouldn't even do 3 years. I wouldn't even do 3 years. And
you wouldn't do 3 years?
No, maybe... depending.
That's bad.
Let me explain why I wouldn't do 3 years.
That's bad. 3 years is nothing.
Hey, yo.
If Waleed went to prison for 3 years, you'd go.
No, listen.
Bro, if you're watching this.
Okay, first of all, if he went to prison because of himself, he done a criminal activity and he's in there for 3 years, then I'm sorry, I'm gone.
That's true.
Because
so
you
bad.
put our lives at risk and you risked going to prison.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like you said, the condition.
Okay, if it was an accident, the maximum I would do is 3 years. Past the 3 years cut.
3 years is nothing.
Let me explain to you why, Mr. Qashar.
Right.
I'm 24. I'm 25 in 4 months.
Yeah.
You want me to wait 3 years, right? And then when you come out, what if we don't work out? And then already I'm almost 30 and I haven't had kids.
But you know what's scary about that condition, yeah? Is sometimes people go into prison, they'll come out different people. Because they're surrounded by different people, their mentality changes, their mindset changes. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. So you sit and you wait, whether it's 3 to 10 years, and the person that you married is not the same person that comes out.
Yeah, exactly. And what happens if, imagine this.
I understand your concept.
Imagine I wait let's say 4 years, because I would wait 3 years. 4 years, he comes out, I'm like ready to like live my life. I'm 28, 29. Like, I should have had babies maybe, a couple of years ago, in my opinion, like for what I want for my life, not what everyone else has to do.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, like a week later, he cheats on you.
Oh, do you know what that probably happens? There's
Yeah.
there's people that hold it down the whole time. They're like, no, I'm not going to speak to anyone. I'm with him. He comes out and he's like, yeah, let me find someone.
What's the cut-off point for you, years wise, of them getting in jail?
Is it bad that like I only imagine that scenario for like
A woman,
the man
yeah.
going in?
Yeah, I
like
know.
what do I do if my wife goes to prison for 10 years?
Yeah, okay, but let's just say it happens. Obviously, God forbid, may Allah protect us all watching this, listening, and us too, and our family.
I don't know, I mean, I don't know. I can't say unless I'm in it, but there's a part of me that's like, why am I going to wait around that long?
Yeah, why would you wait? Ayub, you'll be like, what, 36?
Yeah, that's dead. I
You'll
can't lie.
literally be basically 40.
That is dead.
That's no kids for you.
Yeah, but imagine the difference is we're saying that and it's so easy to be like, oh yeah, I don't care. Like,
But
oh,
imagine
10
you're
years
in that
ago, but
position.
when you're in love with someone
Yeah, it's
and
so-
you see them, you're like, this is going to be my person for the rest of my life. And then they go into prison for 10 years.
That's
I
so
think
heartbreaking.
you'd firm it for a few years and then you'd realise I'm kind of waiting around for nothing.
Yeah.
But that's even worse because think about their situation. They didn't mean to do it. It was an accident. They've ended up in prison. And the one person that's meant to support them is just like, all right,
So deep in it.
peace. Do you know what I
Okay,
would
let's
do?
say it was you.
I'll just get a second wife.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because that way I can stay there for them.
Yeah, you.
And then I'm chilling. You ain't. I'm actually chilling. But the only thing that only works if when we got married, we didn't put it in the contract.
Yeah. I didn't put it in my contract.
Yeah, good luck.
If I went into prison, God forbid, and I got 10 years, I would want I'd rather my husband do that. Actually,
Yeah,
I
to be
don't
honest,
know.
no, I think it's a bit selfish, to be honest. Like, if I got 10 years in prison, unless we've got kids together, like, I think it's a bit selfish for me to be like, yeah, stay with me. Don't you think?
No, that is. If you went
like,
in.
it makes more sense to be like, look,
But I feel
I'm
like I
going to
would
be
say,
gone for 10 years. Just enjoy your life.
I feel like I'd say to my husband to get remarried, but as long as when I come out, we can get married and your new wife doesn't mind and you kick her to the curb when I come out.
What? You mean to get married and then divorce her when I'm out?
Yeah, exactly.
No,
That's haram. Subhanallah.
But yeah, another thing is as well, even if you did wait the 10 years, for example, if they come out and they're a different person, also they lived a certain lifestyle and you have to now put up with how they are coming
Yeah.
out of prison. So imagine like
Yeah,
you're
you have to
sleeping
do
next to them.
rehabilitation.
Imagine you're asleep and you walk in, or they're sleeping, you walk in and they're just bare paranoid and you're like, oh, sweetie, and you like smack you in your sleep, put a shiv to your throat.
We're laughing, but that stuff actually happens.
That's what I'm saying. It's messed up.
Scrap all of that, yeah? Back to my original question.
Mm-hmm.
If your wife got 10 years, let's say 8 years to make it a bit like 8 years in prison and then literally she has to serve all 8 years, you're saying you would just get remarried?
Yeah, I've got my answer now. No, I've got my answer. I would stay if we have kids. If we don't, goodbye. Because
Yeah.
I think it's selfish. Personally, I think it's
well,
selfish.
you just said you'd get married.
Nah,
and-
I don't even want two wives. Like, I just want one person that I'm going to love for the rest of my life. Why am I going to go and get another
so
wife?
if you had kids, you would get remarried?
No, if I had kids, I would just stay, look after the kids and wait for her to come out. If I
For
don't,
8 years?
yeah, I'll look after the kids. I'm going to be busy being a dad. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
And then if we don't have kids, like, I'm sorry, do your time. I'm going to move on with my life.
If it was me, like I said...
Literally said, if you got to spend one night in a cell, you got to be careful. You might come home and not have a wife. What's wrong
I
with
don't
you?
mean that. I just mean very much like I'm not going to waste my life for someone.
This is, you just get arrested.
No.
I don't know if I can do this anymore.
You get a parking ticket.
One more of those and I'm out. I need to have kids. Can't be wasting my time with a criminal.
No, I don't mean that. Okay, first of all, I just personally believe that my soulmate or the person that I'm meant to be with wouldn't be away from me for 8 years. So 8 years, I'm sorry, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, but you're going to be able to write letters to each other like you're all in love.
Aiden thinks this is a
Be like,
romance movie.
dear Timothy, it's been 2 days and 3 hours. How's
think this is a
life and
romantic
cell?
movie?
Yeah.
8 years, no. The max I would do is...
Imagine 8 years of writing letters. By the end, it would just be like, you lot pissed off at each other. All right, shut up. Just one-worded letters.
It's going to be a book of sad, happy, and then just like less pages
when you
as you go on.
Yeah, and it's just like blunt replies. Okay. Just
Okay.
one big ass paper.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Is that what you're saying? But no, like I was saying, by the
But
way,
do you know what's funny as well? Sorry, like more time now, people are also sneaking in like telephones.
Yeah.
So realistically, it would just be like a long distance relationship.
To be
It'll be
honest,
like
and you can
it'll
go
be like
visit
they
them.
have strict parents. Oh wait, my dad's coming. Sorry, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? Like you're trying to go with strict parents or something.
That's so true. No, but not for 8 years. Come on. Okay, here's the thing, right? I say the cutoff point for me is 4 years, but I don't know. I could change my mind. Another thing you got to take into consideration is visitations. You can go see them like every month, and it's just not the same. But only God knows.
In America, I don't know if they do it in the UK, but in America, when you're married, you're allowed to have certain visits where they're allowed to be intimate, like they have their own room and stuff like that. I think they let them
spend a night together.
Something like that.
Or not a night, maybe like
a few hours.
Yeah.
So do they do that in the UK? I don't think so.
I have no idea, but I know in America they do. That's why you'll be like, oh, he's in prison for 20 years, but I'm pregnant with his baby.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think the UK does that.
I think it's just to let them like actually, you know,
I don't know. But to be honest, if that's a smart thing to do, I'd say.
Yeah, but then again,
if they're living, the guys are probably loving it in there. Yeah, no house chores, no nothing. She comes every once a week. She's looking after the kids. I'm chilling.
Don't have to worry about her, innit?
I'm just here with the boys every day. Woo!
They get what they want. Nah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't think it's right. Shall I tell you why?
Because they're meant to be punished for what they did.
Yeah, because then no one's gonna be scared of jail.
Yeah, they're like, well, I get to see her every Tuesday.
And there's no way to punish a man better than telling him like, no
intimate
stuff. You're not allowed to do this. So
that's why they end up doing it with each other.
Hey yo,
they're gonna find a way to be intimate.
Astaghfirullah. My brain's not working because I was gonna say something really, really good.
What is it? Okay, on this topic of like soulmates or like people going to prison stuff like that, do you think right person wrong time exists? Like the concept of you're the perfect person for me, but right now in my life, like I can't. That's not gonna work.
Okay, shall I be honest with you? Before I got married, I would say it doesn't exist. I would say to you, well, no, because I'd say no, because if they're the right person, you'd marry them there and then. It's meant to be. My mindset changed on this. I've got like 50-50. Yeah, before I got married, I was like, well, if it's the right person, there could never be a wrong time because you make it the right time. Yeah. Let's say you're not getting married because you don't have money. The right person, you don't need money. You make it work together.
Oh, that's a good one, actually. I was about to say that.
Let's say you're doing it because of, I don't know, any reasons people have not to get married.
That's such a good one, because in my head I was going to say, I think it is, because as a man, what if you're just financially not stable? But if it is the right person for you, then maybe that person will be willing to say, look, we'll grind together, we'll work together.
I'll live at home.
I'm not going to put any added pressure for money, for all this stuff. We'll make it work.
But
do you know what I mean?
That being said, now that I've been married and I've experienced certain things and I like see how life works and I understand the pressures of, you know, living out and paying rent and doing this and actually being adults, I do believe... This is the thing, it's a bit sticky, because I would say if you find the person you love, get married to them and do halal, because even if you both have to live at home. Yeah. But then again, if you're thinking of moving out and you both are like, no, when I'm getting married, I have to move out straight away, I believe that it's the wrong timing for you.
What? None of that made sense.
Okay.
You just said, now that I'm married, if you have to get married and move out, it's the wrong timing for you.
I meant financial. I was referring back to what I said earlier. When he doesn't have money, or you don't have money, or you don't have a job, or he doesn't have a job.
Oh, you mean that the man needs to have some money?
The man and I'm not going to say and the woman, because Islamically the woman doesn't have to. But in this day and age, I believe that the woman should be contribute. Not that she should be.
No.
It will help the situation a lot more, because this is one thing I always say, and I feel so bad for men. Doing a halal job, or a job that isn't, you know, haram money or illegal, and making a good amount of money is difficult. It is difficult.
Well, for some people, yeah.
For some people, I'm saying a good amount of money, let's say more than $3,000 a month.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
who do you know that makes more than $3,000 a month?
Yeah, it's
maybe
true.
like 4 people. And to have a household, especially in London, I would say, you need to have an income between you of about 3,000.
Yeah, because I can't lie to you. I've had like an income that I thought was quite good, and I've heard of people that like have families with the same income, the man by himself, and then I'm here getting the money, and I think to myself, there's no way this is enough to look after a family. It's getting me by, and I think to myself, how would this be enough to have kids, to do all these different things? And I'm so shocked that like people survive. But then I realize as well, it's about the lifestyle you live. Because a lot of us are like, well, no, you need this much a month to get by. But that's because we're thinking, okay, I still want my car. I still want this. I still want a certain level of clothing. I still want a high car, this, that. But realistically, you can make a lot happen. It just means your way of living is not going to be as extravagant or how you want it. Do you know what I mean? You're going to have to give up a few things and a few luxuries to make it happen.
You can always make it happen. And I'd say, like, anytime you want to do halal, do it. Just do it. But the only thing I would say is take into consideration that maybe things aren't going to be easy financially, and especially if the woman isn't contributing anything at all. Like, let's say the man has to pay for your bills, the household bills, his bills, plus rent, plus food.
Long day. But do you know what? I'd still rather that than to give birth. So.
Wow. All I'm saying, that is true. All I'm saying is it's very difficult for men to do things by themselves this day and age, and that's why I don't say I will never look at a woman and be like, you should be working, because no, Islamically you don't have to do it. But you know, if you want to live out and you want to live, you know, with your husband and move out and it will be nice, you should be you should try.
I think, especially if you want a certain lifestyle as well. Like if your husband is doing a good job of providing for you the standard of what you need to live and look after you,
the bare necessities.
Maybe a little bit more, because you're not just rationing bread and stuff like that. You've got what you need to live and eat, but you want to live a certain lifestyle, then, like, do you know what I mean? Get up, maybe help a little bit, maybe take a little bit of pressure off his back, and eventually he'll be able to do something and build even more for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's always about the mindset. Like, for me personally, if I'm to get married, I don't mind if my wife doesn't want to work or does want to work, but personally, I would like to see something in her where she's like, do you know what? For the first few years, let's just both work and just save as much money as we can, so that later on we're more able to chill. And obviously, maybe I'd be able to do that by myself, but if we're both putting it together and working together, we'll probably have a great outcome.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
but that I 100% agree. And to go back on my point, because you just reminded me, when I say like the woman should work, I don't mean like forever. I just mean maybe the first year or two of marriage. I don't mean like you should. No, I'm saying while he gets on his feet, because realistically a lot of people do start businesses, and what age do people usually start businesses and have successful businesses?
Like you need
usually at 30.
Like, for example, I think a lot of the girls nowadays as well, that a lot of them are like, oh, I want a man who's established, a man who's doing this. You're going to have to aim for men that are in their like 30s and 40s, because a lot of us at these age in their 20s is when we're building. And obviously we still want to get married, but it's nice to have someone who supports, who also understands you're on your grind, you're doing certain things. And for you to be able to make it where you want to go, you need a woman that's strong and supportive. And I say a lot of successful men have a supportive woman. I don't know the exact saying, but they have like a strong woman behind them. That's the backbone of the foundation of them being able to push and do the best they can, because they had that foundation at home with someone who's willing to like push them and drive them and help in any way.
I agree. And on that topic, I say, ladies, cut men some slack. Like, I know we do say like, oh, I want a man who's got money, I want this much mehed, I want a wedding like this, but like I say, refer back to what I said before, not everyone has it built for them when they before they even hit 20, because sometimes parents do. That's our goals. We want to do that for our children, but some people don't.
Sometimes that man may be the first person in the generations of his family that have started to build something. Maybe they had nothing for years, and now he's the one that's got that on his back. And not only does he have to look after you, he's also trying to take care of his family at the same time. So
that's why I say, ladies, cut them some slack, and
but at the same time, cut them some slack at the same time.
No, I'm getting there before you interrupted me. Before he interrupted me, I'm saying cut them some slack. Understand that not everyone is going to be fully established, have money, and sometimes your soulmate or the person that's meant for you may not have a lot of money. You may have to work together, but at the same time, what I was going to say is, if you don't want to do that, you are well within your right to not do that and say, no,
find someone with some shmoney, baby.
I want someone who has money, and I don't want to have to worry about this, and I want to do this. You are in your right to do that. Okay, guys, so we're going to jump into the call segment of the episode, and it is a bit late, so if they're asleep, then it's Abe's idea to call you, not mine. Okay.
I'm sorry, guys.
She sent her number 3 times, so I was like, let's just call this girl.
Okay. Oh, it is quite late.
I'm sure it's fine.
Imagine she's like, how dare you guys, the disrespect starts getting on to us.
6.
Yeah, imagine like she gets on to us, but then we get bare defensive. What do you mean? But then we're all here just arguing with each other. What? Nah, yeah, do you know what? Here's my address, come through.
Why do you think of this stuff? You're such a weirdo.
Here you go, because I was terrible last time with the joke.
I know, that was a dead joke.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
You right?
Who is it?
Sarah.
Who's Zara?
Sarah.
Who's Zara?
Sarah with the S.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Is it Nisrin?
Hey!
Oh my god, it's Nisrin!
Hi. I'm so sorry. I'm just not even funny at this point.
What? Did you just said Saba is your biggest fan?
Oh, hi, Saba.
Oh my god, I was just watching your podcast today and I was watching the call segment and then I went on your Insta and just put my number in.
Oh, that's so
Not expecting the
cute.
call at all.
Oh my god, hi. Yeah, we just saw that you put your number in and I was like, let's ring her. She seems nice. Let's do it. How are you?
Oh my god, I can't believe you rang me.
That's so
You're
cute.
so
It's my TV now. I'm so sorry.
sorry. I'm so sorry that it's late. Are you asleep
No,
or?
no, it's fine. No, me and my friend are out.
Oh, okay,
Oh, okay,
good,
that's
good.
good.
How are you?
Listen, by the way.
Good, thank you. How are you? How are you?
Hi, you're right.
Oh, she calls you Ayo.
Listen, this call happened because of me. Because Nisha felt bad. She was like, "It's late. I don't know if we should do it." And I told her, "No, it's cool." So if we didn't, we might have not called you, but we're here.
Oh no, I'm so glad you called. I was literally watching you earlier today, the latest podcast. Are you recording again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're recording right now. You're on the podcast.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so embarrassing watching it back.
Oh, no.
No.
Have you watched a lot of them or?
I watched all of them from the beginning.
Oh, that's so
Starting
sick.
in last Ramadan, and then I was just binge watching them all.
Thank you
Aw.
so
I'm
much,
always
Queen.
hyping you up to everyone, and all my friends know about both of you.
Do you know what? We
Aw.
appreciate you so much. Wallah, like it's people like you that push us to keep posting and like just stay. Like it's a community and just
A
seeing your
family.
reaction on the phone. Wallah, like it brings me so much joy.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's such a good podcast. I just didn't expect the call at all. I
Aw.
love it.
Oh no,
Inspired me
thank
in
you so
many
much.
ways. It's so good. I
Honestly,
literally made everyone watch it. My sisters, my friends.
thank you so much. You're so sweet. We appreciate that. You know we love you.
Yeah, I love you guys.
Oh,
I
I'm gonna
literally watch all
cry.
your TikToks. I'm always gassing Ayub and you to everyone.
Oh, thank
We're
you.
literally saying how sick Ayub is and like how we all want to marry a guy like Ayub.
Oh.
Inshallah, I really pray you do.
Oh.
And we love you, Nisrin, as well. You're the sweetest girl ever. Like,
I'm gonna
you're such
cry.
normal people.
I'm gonna cry. Please don't. 'Cause
So down to earth and lovely.
you know what it is, yeah. There's so many downsides to like social media, and I
no,
genuinely say you and the way you're speaking to me and your messages is what is the only reason it keeps me doing it personally.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad.
So I appreciate you, and I keep you in my prayers, you and your family, and I honestly wish nothing but success for you.
And for you. And for you, literally, like I've been, I love watching yours and Woolly's videos and lives. I love your lives. Like I will stay up and just watch your lives. I love them.
I'm gonna cry. Thank you so much.
No, that's fine. I literally could hear you. I kind of knew it was you in the beginning, but I wasn't sure. And I was like whispering to my friend, like, I think it's them from the podcast.
Oh, that's so
Imagine
cute.
how sad it would be if like you thought it was us and you're like Nisha, and then the person was like, "No, it's Sarah."
I didn't want to say it in the beginning because I was like, it would be so embarrassing if it's not.
Aw. But I hope we can. Do you live near London?
No, so I'm actually from Manchester, but we're at Plymouth for uni.
Oh, okay. Because
That's where I'm living at.
I was like, I really want to meet you because we're doing, inshallah, a meet and greet this year. So I was
Yeah,
like, I
I
really want to
know.
meet you.
Yeah, I keep saying to my friends, like, they're going to do a meet and greet and I really want to go. But if you were coming to Manchester, I'd definitely come. When's the meet and greet going to be anyway?
It's gonna be this year. That's all I know.
That's what we were saying last year.
Because we're coming to London next week, but I was like,
Oh.
that soon.
Well, you know what? Hopefully, maybe you can make a day out of it if we do it in London. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Oh, inshallah. Well, I'm so.
We actually appreciate you. It was so nice.
Because I watch you so much, I feel like I'm always talking to you.
Oh.
That's
so
so
normal.
cute.
Honestly, you've made my day as well. Like, these phone calls are always like amazing, especially.
I'm glad you've made my day.
Oh, that's so cute.
I want to cry. I want to cry.
Her eyes are actually watering right. You're gonna see the episode. She looks like she's about to cry.
Oh my god, I'm literally so embarrassed watching the episode back.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Queen. We're going to end the podcast, but thank you
Okay.
so much. We appreciate you so much.
You know, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you. You've been amazing.
Yeah.
We love
appreciate
you.
Love you. Bye.
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 Oh, sorry.
That was so cute.
More like these calls. You don't understand. These calls. Just. Like, I could spend every single day of my life just making a call like that and I'd be fulfilled.
Yeah, that's selfish. That's what I said earlier. Referring back to what you were saying earlier.
But those calls, like, don't you think it's mad that there's someone that we've never met in our life that lives in a whole different, like, city, just has that much love for us?
I want to cry, but I'm not going to cry because I'm going to hold it together.
SubhanAllah.
Shout out to you. Thank
so
you
much.
because you made our day so much better.
That was amazing.
But
We love you.
Anyway,
all right, let's do the shout
before
out of the
I cry, we're going to do the shout of the week. Another one. Just my heart is so full. I feel like we already shouted out Mino, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, give him a shout.
So the shout of the week goes to Mino Nasri, and their comment says, "This was actually a good episode, and thanks for sharing your experience, Nisrin. Obviously, not all of us watch your lives to get an update of what happened to you, and inshallah, Allah makes it easy for you to put the hijab on. Also, can someone tell me where do we give our number for them to call? I've been watching every single episode since you guys started in 2020.
Oh, that's very cute. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Also, if you want to give your number,
DM us.
DM us your number. We realised the thing doesn't work.
The highlight doesn't work, so just DM us, guys.
DM us on Relatable podcast on Instagram, on TikTok. So yeah, we appreciate you guys. That was a beautiful comment. That was a beautiful call. My week is made because of this. So thank you so much.
Love you guys.
Nishan, where can they find you?
You can find me crying on my pillow. You can find me at It's Nisrin on Instagram and TikTok.
You can find me at Kayla Kasha on all social media platforms. Don't forget to follow Relatable podcast on TikTok and Instagram. Guys, we love you so much. Thank you for tuning in again. Don't forget to subscribe, share, post notifications, all of that stuff. Honestly, wallah, like, I say this all the time, but this podcast is like my main fulfillment of happiness, and I just feel like I have something I'm working towards. You guys are amazing. You make my life better. We love you so much, and inshallah we'll be back next week. So stay tuned, and we'll see ya. Peace.